Hello, everybody out there. This is Utsu Singh from Smart Tech, and today, welcome back to the second part of this web development series. So now, I'm going to discuss a few topics. This video is just going to be a quick one. Remember how we created this small layout boilerplate in part one? Well, I'm going to remove this. Let's just say you want to quickly write the base template for the HTML document or boilerplate. Alright, so what do? You usually press tab here, right? Instead of doing this, as I type HTML, as you can see, press the down arrow key, simple HTML5 starting point, press this. Now you should have noticed something right here. This has created our base thing. As you can see, here is a metadata under the head. I'm going to explain this in a while, don't worry. But first thing is Doctype Html. What is this? It signifies that to your browser that this document is using HTML5, not an older version or something. Doctype Html means HTML5 basically. Alright, so this stuff I will explain later on, the meta tags, but title you have already seen actually. Alright, so title is base title. I have already shown this in part 1. If you haven't seen it, you can see it right there. Now script source means script source is for JavaScript. Alright, so script source, if you want link an external file. Currently this does not exist, but if I control click on this, I have an option to create file. I have created this file just right now by clicking that easily. I don't have to go to the desktop, right click, new file, change the extension and all. Similarly, we have this link relation is equal to style sheet, that is CSS cascading style sheets. Alright, type is equal to text slash CSS text, and href, that is its source basically, the file that it is linking to. Href is equal to main.css. Remember, script uses the source attribute, and these things, relation, type, media, and this is not required actually, href, source, these are called attributes. Alright, so href is equal to main.css, script source is equal to main.js. Similarly, main.css does not exist. I can create a file. Alright, and I guess they have been created on my desktop actually. Let me go to here, main.css, main.js. Alright, cool. Let me just click something there. Alright. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to go and say you want to add some images, some links. As you might know, links are used to connect two different web pages basically. So now that's not the only use of links. Alright, so links can be used to connect two different elements in the same page. Like this.html is a page, you can connect two elements using this, and I'm going to do that later on in this in a few videos later, when I'm going to start discussing CSS as well. Alright, but basically this is going to explain, let's just say a link is a way for you to connect two different elements, two different web pages in the same server, and two different web pages in different servers. I'll just show you that. Alright, so let's just say to create a link you need an anchor tag. Anchor tag starts with A. Alright, so A, press the tab key. Now you can type in here any text, so click on simple. Alright, so this is the text that is presented to the user, so that the user can click on it. It will this will look like the link. Alright, so but you notice this href, right? So href is, as I said, kind of link. where do you want this text to take you? Alright, so href will be like hyperreference. Alright, so let's just say I want google.com. Actually, let's type in wikipedia.org, wikipedia.org, and let me save this. Alright, so let's just say I drag this in here. Alright, cool. Now as as you can see, you have this anchor tag. Alright, now when you click on this, as you can see at the bottom left, file C users, that's just the extension and all. Wikipedia.org, this should not work because it's actually looking for that a file on my desktop. Alright, you can link your own files. Alright, you can link all this stuff basically, like media in your own desktop, in your folder, in other folders. You can just simply take all the media and use it in your website. But what we want here is we want a website, so https, this should do it. As I'm basically asking it to search in the https protocol. Alright, World Wide Web .wikipedia.org. As you can see, we are on the home page, which people rarely go to. Alright, so that's it. Now this was me connecting two web pages belonging to different servers. So I have a web page on my PC, and that web page is stored somewhere halfway across the globe in another server. Alright, so I connected two web pages on different servers. Now let's just say I create another HTML document. So let's see what I can do. Alright, so let me go somewhere here. Website, let me just copy this stuff. Alright, just copied this. Alright, so what we have here is index.html, right? So remove this. Remember, you can link stuff in your own. Now since the test.html and the index.html are in the same directory, this desktop is actually a folder, right? So all you need to do is type in index.html here, and this should do it. Click me index.html, the file will start opening. Alright, so this is just a basic layout. Alright, so this is connecting two web pages in the same server. Alright, now what I want to show you guys is what I meant by connecting two different elements, right? So I have this example in here. Let me click on any one of these. This should put at the top because the link is set to hashtag, as you can see here. Alright, so this means that desktop index.html hashtag is actually the same thing. Should have written that loader actually, not tree, sorry. This.html hashtag, it's an empty tag. Alright, so I mean it's an empty href link that goes back to this page only. So all this link is doing is putting me back up here, and this smooth scroll is just another property in CSS I will discuss later on, don't worry. Alright, so I've shown you the three anchor methods, the three things that you will be using anchor tags usually for, unless you go god mode or something. Now image is in a tag. Now as you can see, every one of these tags, mostly every one of these tags except the link, meta, these three tags, and doctype, these are let's just say empty tags, or now empty or open tags. Open tags is also used. Now what this means is that these ones have an opening tag, a close tag. Alright, so opening tag, closing tag, but this is just this doesn't have a close tag, right? Closing tag, right? So similarly, image, in this one the attribute to link to your image or media that the image that you have in your directory is src equals and this, and then press this. That's it. You need to, and the way to close this is by adding this forward slash here. Cool. So what you want to do now is link an image, right? So I have this, whatever, this image here. Cool. And remember, I want to know the exact extension. You won't be able to see this right now on your system, most probably, because usually, and yes, let me see what I can do. Now this is just too large. The image was actually very large. Alright, so what do you want to do? You want to set in height and a width. So height equals, let's say, 500, and you usually want to use pixels or percentages for this stuff right now, and width equals pixel, right? I mean 500 pixels, sorry. So as you can see, 500 pixels wide, 500 pixel length. Alright, cool. So pixel is just a unit used. Your screen that you see is made up of pixels, right? So click me, it should lead you to the image, I mean to a web page. Now this particular image has showed up, but how do you enable this? Usually you would right click on the properties, go here, you will see the .jpg and type it in here. I just had it already there. What did I do? I press Windows E, or if I open the file explorer, right? File, change folder, and search options, view. Alright. Okay guys, so what you need to do here is style. Usually this will be checked, hide extensions for known file types, uncheck this. Alright, so press OK, and you will be able to see all these extensions that your Windows already knew and decided to hide them, but we want to use them, right? Alright, so what you do now is, I have covered the image basically as well. Alright, so what I want to do now is go to I want to explain this style sheet. Now this in here, you can type your CSS, which I won't be covering right now, but there's another way to type your CSS in your own document itself, main document itself, the style tag. Alright, now between this you can type in the CSS that you would type here. The advantage of using this is because you can apply it easily to other web pages as well, and this is inside your one web page. Alright, similarly for JS script, and you can type it, but if you add a source here, it will link in from this. Let me see, I would like to do this, right? So what you want to do is just save this, and let me go here, refresh. Now let's just say the image is in a directory, right? So I have this in this folder, and I want to link in this. Now let's just do this one. I've pressed one quick thing is, you select a file, press F2 on your keyboard to go into rename mode, Control A and Control C. This will copy the whole name. Pretty useful thing. Now type in this. Now let's just try and see what happens. The image has disappeared. Why? Right click and press inspect. Let's see. I've got an error. Click on it. Failed to load resource. Error, file not found. jscode.jpg.1. Because you see, it's looking for the file in this whole area, the desktop directory. Alright, so what you want to do is link, say that you have to look in the images folder. So F2, Control C. Alright, so type in images and add a forward slash. Cool. Now let's try it. Now it has found it. Now, one of the most awesome resources for web development is, I guess, you want to search for MDN. Google is your best friend, right? So MDN Web Docs, this is a very important site, a very useful and important site. Now, HTML tag reference, HTML elements reference, open this up, MDN. Just type an MDN over your query. Alright, so let me see. IMG MDN, the image embed tag. Now, it explains all these tags here that you have. Alright, so you don't need to know all of these because you can do a lot of things with CSS, right? So as you can see, depreciated elements, old ones, web components, interactive elements. Some of the stuff is important, like the form tag. I will explain these options, all this stuff, text area, tr, tdt, body. This is some important stuff, not all of them, just a few of them. Rest of them are like HTML is usually used for proper structuring, so these can be done most probably. These are used for representation purpose, for easier reading of the code, right? So what you do is just close this right now, and as you see, I opened the image MDN. They have these awesome examples here. Image class I will explain later. This is used in CSS and JS mainly, and alt. Now this alt part, what is that? Let's see. Now what I want to do is remove this images for now. I don't want that. I want to type in alt equals my image, right? So let's save it and try that again. Now when the browser is not able to find your particular image, it will use the text specified in the alt attribute to alternative or alt to represent that image. Alright, so I want to put in images slash again images here, end of story. Now CSS I will explain later. Alright, cool. Now what do you want to do? You want to search href mdn, the anchor tag, href Mozilla mdn, a hyperlink to other web pages, right? Attributes, href contains a URL by a hash mark. Alright, so it proceeds by a hash. Now these are some things that I will explain later on. Empty fragment to link to the top of the current page, href is equal to hashtag. That's what is the easiest way to create a go to top button. Alright, like dirty easy, like very. Now just I think I will cover one more element and I will be done for this video. Now I have to add a line. I want to say this image should go to the next line, right? What do? I add a BR, so this doesn't need a closing tag like image. Alright, so let me press F5. This just got into two lines. Break, BR means break. Alright, so I add a break between them. Alright, cool. Let's just say I added a few more of these. I just actually want to create some space so that we can scroll down a little. Copy these, paste. This should actually do it, I believe. Yes, now we have got some space to scroll, right? Let me copy this. I just told you an easy way to create a go to top button, right? Go to top, and the link, it should be hashtag and type in BR. I added a break here and press go to top. It jumps me to the top of the page automatically. Using the href hashtag or empty fragment, whatever you want to call it. Cool. So that's for this video. If you liked it, press the like button. If you want to keep yourself updated about the next videos that are coming up soon, press that red subscribe button and ring that bell icon. Thank you. Have a nice day.